Hello everyone, this is Francis. Glad to be able to speak to you. Tonight I wanted to talk about why failure is the option. Because I failed so much in my life that now when I fail, I'm actually excited. I'm really excited. And I'll tell you just a little story. Just the fact that I'm doing this video, and I didn't do a video yesterday, and then 2 or 3 days ago I started to count on my challenges, on my challenge, the 90-day challenge. How many times have I failed to do a video? And I think that my ratio is about, 20%. So I've done 80% of the time I was doing videos and I was shooting for 100. So a lot of people might say, well, you failed so much, Francis, like what's going on? 20% failure. And the question I'm asking myself when I fail now, and that's what I'm suggesting you to do, if for anything that you feel is a failure in your life, and that could be very small, that might be someone that tells you something really bad, and that's a failure because you feel bad. But the question I ask myself is, what is trying to emerge? So for me, I'll tell you that for the 90-day challenge, one thing that's trying to emerge is that I've learned so much about what is a commitment. A commitment, because a couple of things that happens in my mind is, okay, so if I was an Olympic athlete, would I be able to fail 20% of the time? Would I be able not to go to the gym 20% of the time? Would I be fired? Maybe I would. And then I thought, well, so why is it that I haven't done the 100%? And so I think one thing that emerged for me was how big or how important was this goal for me. And so maybe there was a little bit of a lack of reasons why it was important. So now I know that if I really want to make something work, one, it's either I do it over time or I really make sure that I have a lot of reasons to be able to do it. So that's why failure for me in this case, I've learned something about myself. Other things that I've learned is, well, you know what? Sometimes you can be really hard on yourself, and don't be too hard on yourself, because then at the end of the day, it's really just about you. And what I mean by that is that we're afraid of what the people would think, and sometimes I'm thinking, oh my God, like I haven't done it, I should do it. But the thing is, it didn't really matter, because in a year from now, are you gonna remember that I missed 8 days or 9 out of the 90 days? And what if I actually take that time as a learning experience and I can say, well, I'll give you 9 days as a bonus after, because resilience or keeping a goal is a matter of time. That's another thing that I've learned. And then even today in my own 2 books that I've read and I thought that was so good, one is from Ray Dalio. Ray Dalio is an investor, owns a company, one of the best companies in North America, a billionaire. And I'll show you what he says. It's actually a book that I got from one of my friends, and that's a Bible. That's really a Bible. So it was talking about goals, audacious goals. And he has, I don't know if you can see it. I guess you can see it. It's some sort of a loop or something, right? So it starts with a loop, and it says it's an audacious goal. And then right after that, the next thing is failure. And then what is after failure? After failure, learning principles. And then right after this is improving. And what I love about what he said, the 4th step is more audacious goals. So he's basically saying failure is very important, as long as it doesn't knock you out of the game, of course. But if you don't fail, you'll never have more audacious goals, because you're not going to learn anything. So imagine if I would have had 100% of all my videos done. Probably good, yeah. But I would have missed so much in terms of my own learning. And so that's why right now for me, any situations, and I've had many even over the last few weeks personally, where I had breakdowns, where it was touching my, my self-esteem. And I shed so much shit, so much things or old past stories that I realized were not even true, that now I feel so strong. I feel like I'm a warrior, and I needed to go through these breakdowns to discover things about myself that felt really ugly, and it's almost like I wanted to vomit all those things. And it just shed so much more light into me now that I've learned things that are amazing that I will keep for the rest of my life. That's why I know that now when there's something that doesn't go well, I know the first question is, what is trying to emerge? What's trying to emerge? What am I supposed to learn out of this? And I'll give you another thing. This book's also pretty good from Susan David. It's called Emotional Agility. Get unstuck, embrace change, thrive in work and in life. And so one of the things that I know I mentioned that in the past video, it was about Viktor Frankl, a survivor of the concentration camp, and he wrote the book, The Man in Search of Meaning. And so she said that quote from him, which is really cool. Between stimulus and response, there is a space. In that space is our power to choose our response. In our response lies our growth and freedom. Growth and freedom. Think about Ray Dalio. You fail, then you improve, you learn something, and then you have a more audacious goal. You're growing and you have freedom. So in my own breakdowns, I felt that I grew so much and I gained freedom, because even part of that challenge, when I didn't do it, I put less importance about what you guys are thinking and more importance about what I'm learning. And that's what I'm suggesting you to do for any challenges that you put to yourself. I failed to put so much emphasis sometimes on what people think. And it's not important. It's not important at all. Because I know that at the end, what you're thinking is your own life. And you're not even thinking about me. You're thinking, is he saying something that would be useful for me? You don't even care about me. And that's okay. So think about the failures that might happen in your life. And the question is, what is trying to emerge? And so if somebody just does the same thing, cuts you off in traffic, or a bus is saying something bad about your work, how are you going to react? Are you going to react? Are you going to respond? Maybe your boss is saying something that's true about a new skill you need to develop a little bit more. Or maybe he's completely wrong, or she is completely wrong. Maybe that's just a learning for you to not put too much emphasis about what she or he thinks, and really trust you and know that you're enough. You're loved. Or maybe that is, you know what, I've had enough of that place and this environment. I need to expand myself into something that I love, into a new position, into a new career, and really follow my heart. So that needed to happen so that I would be so fed up that I would change. And that's another thing that happened to me, was I want to do things that are expanding myself. So when I didn't do a video, is because I felt that I couldn't expand myself and provide good vibes. I needed to rest. That's another lesson that I've learned. You need to rest. You need to set expectations differently also. Maybe you don't need to say that it's at a certain time, or maybe you do. But I verified so much stuff inside of me that now I think that it was the best decision I've ever made to do a 90-day challenge, because I keep on learning about me, which hopefully helps you too, even if you don't think about me. So anyway, thanks for watching. I hope that you understand how failure actually is an exciting thing, and it's the option. If it's the option for Ray Dalio, I think it's the option for many people. And we can always choose the meaning of whatever happens in our life. There's a reason. So if you feel that this is empowering you, or a friend of yours just shared it, give me some comments. And I look forward to talk to you tomorrow.